Hello there, mystical souls. I am so excited for you to be joining me tonight, Tuesday, for this new moon in Scorpio astrology reading. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And I encourage you to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for the notifications. If you are a regular, thank you, thank you. Giving out a big fat hug to you all because it is because of you and your continued support that I get to do what I love best. So I'm excited to be sharing some things about November because now we're going into, like, this is the push. We are out of the eclipses, but now we are going into there's this very small window where the planets are all going to be moving direct and the energy is going to be pushing forward, but it's only going to be short lived. So let's just talk a little bit about the month of November. So we just had November 4th, Saturn was stationing direct in the sign of Pisces. So Saturn is the planet of boundaries, and Pisces is ethereal and it's dreamy, it's intuitive. And so wherever you have Pisces in your life, Saturn is now going to be moving forward and saying, let's have some boundaries. Let's have some healthy boundaries that can create something that will last over a longer period of time. I do have a video for all 12 signs already in the channel, so if you can check that out. And then I also have put out Venus in Libra. Now Venus is going to be entering into Libra actually on Wednesday. I put out the video a couple of days ago so you can get a head start on what to expect. Venus is the planet of love, the goddess of love that wants to merge everything together. And Libra is all about thoughts and communication. So it's about negotiating and sharing things with people, places, and things. And then it just depends on the house in which it is and where you are going to want to be bringing or negotiating with people and bringing people, places, and things together. So check out that video for all 12 signs. And I think the most important video that I'm going to be releasing this month is going to be, I think it'll be released tonight. If I did not already, no, I released it last night at midnight. It is Mercury in Sagittarius. The reason this one is important is because of Black Friday, the shopping, the things that are going to be going on. It's the holiday time. So Mercury is going to be heading into the sign of Sagittarius. And then on the 26th, Mercury is then going to be stationing retrograde, or the shadow of retrograde. So know that if I would encourage you, get that shopping done, get everything into the cart that you possibly can, have an idea about your travel, expect some hiccups for the holiday time because when Mercury stations retrograde, it's literally a time to stop, slow down, and pause. And it could mean broken packages, things not getting there, people not getting there, miscommunication. So just expect that and look ahead for that. I have that video for all 12 signs. And then we have this beautiful new moon, which has a definite, powerful pack to it because it's Scorpio, and Scorpio is intense and it's watery, it's intuitive, and this is going to be a time where you're just going to say what you want to say. You're going to go straight in. So let me pull over the chart first and let's talk for just a hot second here while everybody else joins us. And I'd like to see who all is in here. Hello, Solange. How are you? And hello, Pauline. Can I please get a reading? Let's talk about that. There's a QR code that you can scan for a $40 donation. I already have a few people in the queue, so definitely please, there should be a link in the comment section. Please be sure to include your exact date, time, location of birth, because then it gives me a holistic picture of all about you, and I combine it with everything else that's going on. All right, so let's talk for just a second. We have to start off, this is what this new moon is going to be about. New moons are fresh starts, clean slates, an opportunity to set some intentions or plant some seeds for the future. This one is it's the first new moon that's after eclipses. And so the eclipses, October was rough. If you think back 6 months ago, that's when things started. And then the eclipse cycle is going to be all on the Aries and Libra. This last eclipse in October was releasing the past and moving into the future. It was moving on from the Scorpio Taurus axis of our lives and moving towards the Aries and Libra. Aries, the person, me, and then the Libra is the we. And so it will be all about your identity. We're moving into who am I? Who am I in this group? Who am I in this relationship? What do I bring to it? What do my friends bring to it? What do my relationships bring to it? It is all about finding balance, finding your voice, finding where you're appreciated, stepping into your divinity. And so this new moon, being the first after the eclipses, is going to be an opportunity to start something new. So we have the moon. The moon rules over our intuition, our feelings. It's our habits, our patterns. It's our instincts. It's where we are vulnerable. It's the feminine energy. And then the sun is more of the masculine. It's what you need to feel safe and be secure. It's leadership. And so when they come together, we don't see the moon. The sun overshadows the moon. And so this is going to be an opportunity to plant some seeds and set some intentions to move forward. Now, I want to bring your attention to Mars here. Mars is fiery. It is initiative. It is impulsive. It jumps first or leaps first without thinking. And so this could be a time with all of this going on in the sign of Scorpio of being erratic, being rebellious, being where there's questions or concerns about intimacy and control and power struggles and money. Scorpio rules everything that has to do with deep water, intuition, and it's very psychic, and it's understanding what people are thinking and feeling without them having to tell us. And so I know that I'm feeling it. I'm hoping that everybody else is understanding like where I'm coming from, that because Scorpio is the fall of the year when all the plants go into the ground and they decompose, and people will say it's like death. Well, it is a time of, but it's where everything goes within in order to nourish what's inside. And Scorpio works there. Look, some people are very, very afraid of Scorpio because they're intense. If you share with a Scorpio, if you give freely, then they work from loyalty and they want to feel safe and secure. So in our lives, this new moon is setting an intention about those themes. So hello, Gabby. I am super excited you are here, and I'm so glad that, yeah, you're totally feeling it. Hello, Brandon. Gabby, Gabby, you are first person. Absolutely, because I had your name as Gabriella, which, by the way, I absolutely love the name Gabriella. And so, Gabby, welcome, welcome. You are first in the queue tonight. And Brandon, I am so excited that you are here also. And Brianna, I am so happy that you're all on here and ready to move forward with this new moon. All right, Pauline, you are out of work and wish I had I totally understand that. I totally understand. So Pauline, I offer the astrology for all 12 signs so if you just read or follow along or listen to the forecast for your rising sign, it's going to give you a really good indication of what is going on, because that's my opportunity to like give back, and I give you dates and times to work with that. So just super excited. All right, so let's talk about this and let's move on. If you know your sun, moon, and rising and you are in the chat, I would love to know where you're from and what your sun, moon, and rising is. Hello, is it Arcana or Arcana? I think it's Arcana because phonetically. How are you? I am coming from the great state of Ohio, going to be leaving tomorrow. I'm enjoying the leaves changing, heading to South Dakota, where I'm going to be sharing astrology with the Lakota tribe. They're having a gathering of elders. If you are interested, it is on you can do an in-person or you can do through Zoom. It's through Eventbrite, and it's called the Star Knowledge Conference, and it is for 11/11. I believe it'll be starting on the 10th, 11th, and the 12th of November. It's a yearly occurrence. So, all right, throwing that out there. All right, so let's talk some astrology here. Let me move this chart around, and there we go. All right, so Gabriella, you are first up. So let me pull up your chart and share that. All right, Gabriella, first I want to say thank you for trusting me with your consultation, because whenever you share your astrology with somebody, it is, I believe it's sacred information that that is private, sacred, and I greatly appreciate this opportunity to share with you any knowledge that I have. All right, so Gabriella, we know that you are a Cancer rising. As a Cancer rising, we know that you feel like everything because you are ruled by the moon. And so being ruled by the moon, the eclipses, I'm sure, have been very, very difficult or transformative for you. I look at everything that happens in the astrology as an opportunity for a lesson to learn. And if there is difficulty, I look for what is the opportunity that I can transform or shift from this or learn from this. All right. So knowing that, I do want to hit on a couple of things before I talk about the new moon. This is going to be a really transformative year and a half for you. The nodes have just left your 5th and 11th house, and now they're going to be moving into your 4th and your 10th house. Now, the 4th house is your house of family, home, the roots, your foundation. It's what you need in order to feel secure. It is the 4th house is traditions. It's all about your past life. It's your ancestors, and it's what you bring into this life. Now, your 10th house is your career. It's your legacy. It's your life path. It is how people see you. So think about it as you're up on a pedestal. It's what you want to achieve. And it's your professional life and ambitions and your reputation in which you're going to share with other people. Now, the nodes shifting into there was something that was activated 6 months ago. And then in October, there was an ending of something that had to do with a goal or hopes, wishes, dreams, goals. And it could be related to children, childlike activities, art, music, creative projects, or it could be work related. But it was an end of a goal and the beginning or the new of a new goal that's going to be, that you're formulating. And then so in October, for the eclipse in October, it was an ending, a finishing, can't go back, moving on, and now I'm ready to move into my future. I look at you for the next year to year and a half, that there will be something pivotal that's going to be happening for your career. It could be moving into a new career. I also look at something that big that will happen with your home. This could usually when the eclipses go in the 4th house, it's somebody moving out of the house or you literally moving, or you getting a different home. It will be the South Node is a releasing or letting go. This could be a letting go of traditions, of things that you used to do, and moving towards Aries, you, and initiating what you need to do for your career, your job, your legacy of what you want to do. All right, so knowing that, now I want to move into the new moon and talk about how this plays into it. So knowing that those are two focuses that that you need to have in the back of your mind as you set intentions to move forward, you're going to have this new moon intention. So you know that something is going to shift for career and for home, but the shift is going to be something that's fifth house related. So fifth house, it's love affairs, it's children, it's adult playmates, it's art, music, creativity. The fifth house is how you express yourself. It's where you take risks. It's like gambling. It's real estate. The fifth house is also hobbies that you enjoy and what you seek out in order to receive pleasure. And so the sun rolls over your second house of your self-worth, your cash, your property. So this is an opportunity to say, this makes me feel good. I really enjoy doing this, and this is what I want to do. And you may want to do this for, you may want to take a hobby and turn it into, like, how can I use this to make money from? Now, the moon rules over you. It's about your identity, your appearance, your happiness, your health, your vitality. This year to year and a half for you is going to be shifting into a new perspective of, I need to do this because I need to feel good about myself. I am going to be transforming myself in the next year and a half. I need to set these intentions that that I can feel deeply. That remember, okay, it's Mars is there. Like Mars is the planet of passion, desire, going after, and so initiating. Now, this isn't a beautiful sextile to your own personal, so this is going to offer, I want to go after this person. I want to initiate this. Now, the seventh house, the connection with the seventh house is not just about love, but it's also business. It's your clients, your one-on-one relationship with your friends. It's your contractual promises that you have with other people. It's your relationship with business partners and marriage partners, or very significant partners. Now, Mars in this house could also signify that you have this relationship with someone and you're wanting to take it to a different level. This is either going to be some creative project or initiating something. This could also be, if you have children, I don't know anything about, I guess, I don't see anything, like it just came blank, so I'm just going to continue on. It is, if it's about children, this could be your children starting something new in their life, like, oh, we're going to be moving out, or we're going to be leaving, or starting getting married, or a career. So this will either be all about you or all about initiating something that shifts a change in you. I want to also talk about look, new moon intentions. This is going to be an opportunity to sit with your thoughts, sit with your feelings, and work with where have I felt where I have sabotaged myself, and where have I felt mistrust, where have I neglected to take into consideration my own feelings and thoughts and considerations. And this is going to be a time when you are going to be initiating, going after things that make you feel secure financially, secure in relationships, and secure with things that bring you joy. And like I said, it could be taking an art class, creating music. Wherever we have Scorpio, and for you in your fifth house, Scorpio dives deep. Scorpio is not just intuitive. Scorpio feels other people's energy. And so being ruled by the moon, you are already feeling everybody else's feels. This will be a time of impulsive thoughts, ideas, and actions where you might think, or I'm sorry, speak before you've thought them out. Um, I'm encouraging you to make sure that you are able to disengage from others because all of this water, because you have your moon in Pisces also. Oh, so you're a dreamer also. Okay, I'm going to add one more layer onto that. This is a lot of water. This is a lot of feeling other people's feels. And so you feeling all of these feels of other people, that means long baths with Epsom salt, or a shower, or grounding stones, or going outside walking and earthing. So as you set these new moon intentions, please make sure that you are taking into consideration your own thoughts, your own energy, your own feelings of what do you want to start, what do you want to initiate for your career, and for possible a move, a shift of something big that will have to do with home. Maybe kids moving out, maybe you shifting, not 100% sure, but I know that it will be over the next year to year and a half. And if you start planning and working with the energy now, it will not surprise you when it really happens because, well, and you have Uranus there in your fourth house. So you're probably already expecting some unexpected events that are going to be going on. All right, so Gabriella, thank you for trusting me. I greatly appreciate you allowing me to read for you tonight. All right. So the next, let's see. Oh, Nicole. Okay, Nicole, give me a hot second here to move along here and pull up another chart. I greatly appreciate it. So Nicole, and I am super glad that everybody is on tonight. Hoping everybody is having a really a great day. I know that the energy has just been funky with all of the eclipses, and I'm trying to go and flow with it, and not always. It's easier said than done. All right, hold on. I have to make sure that all the time and everything is accurate. Sorry. Oh, wow. Alrighty. Okay. Oh, I see it. Okay, I hear your question. I see it. All right, so let's talk. This has been a rough year. Okay. Let me do a bi-wheel and share some things with you. All right, Nicole. First off, I want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Nicole, this has been a year. You had the nodes, these little horseshoes here, go through your first house of self and your partnership sector. And that meant that the last year and a half that you are just ending a cycle from, so it ended in October. So I want you to think back the last 18 months of needing security, wanting intimacy, your personal resources, your intuition, you're a Taurus. And so as a Taurus rising, and you and your sun is here. So in your moon in Cancer. So you're definitely feeling your feels. All right. So for the last year and a half, this has been a readjustment of sorts of you needing to step into your own divinity of I need to do this for me and not have the resistance of somebody else, wanting to know that somebody is all in. The nodes went across your personal sun, your Mercury, and your wound. Your sun is literally you. It was aligning you with your true direction of you need to be focused on yourself, and you were focused on a lot of other people and not putting your needs first. And Mercury was, how do you convey that? How do you share these words with other people? And this was also with your, it was partners, business partners, friends, significant others. It's also the house of open enemies and exes that the node was going, your nodes were going through. And it was literally weeding out of your life people, places, and things that no longer were aligned with who you are and where you are, because you were turning the tables and saying, what about me? And needing to have your needs met, needing that in order to have security. Taurus is all about wanting stability. And you have, with a seventh house Scorpio in Uranus, you don't want to just have a partner. You want to merge and blend. That is how you feel secure with somebody. You are learning to love them and not go all in. And how do you give them space? How do you do that? Because it's about you needing security of wanting to know everything about them. That's what makes you feel secure. Scorpio in your seventh house is your intuition is spot on. So your partners, friends, significant others struggle with lying or keeping things private. I don't always think that it's lies. Sometimes people just like to have privacy in their life and secrets. And for you, secrecy in that sector of your life does not make you feel secure. I'm hoping that this makes you makes sense to you and is explaining some things about why the eclipses were shifting people out of your life. All right, so now moving forward, and I'm not even going to get to the new moon yet. I want to talk about this. All right, you are going to be going into an 18-month cycle. It's called a nodal opposition. The nodes are course correctors. The planets go one way around the chart, and the nodes rotate the opposite way. And basically, they hit parts of our chart for 18 months because they want to push a change, and they want us to integrate the change. They don't want it to be something fast like Mercury and just say hard and fast, boom. No, they hit with every single eclipse. So you're going to be hit, like 3 times with it. You're going to have 3 activations where it's a big hard and fast change that you cannot go back to. It literally leaves people, places, and things in the past with the door shut, and you cannot go back to it. So you are having a nodal opposition. It's where imagine you and I sitting in the car, and you're looking in your rearview mirror and you're looking at your past. And I say, what is in front of us? And do you want what's in the past? Do you need what's in the past? What is in front of you? And the big window is pointing to your future, and the rearview mirror is going to be focused on the past. And so you're going to have people, places, and things come up knocking on your door, like literally people, places, and things from your past, to see if you are going to stay on the right path, which is focused on yourself. Aries is initiatory, and you need to make sure that you put your needs above everybody else. Aries in the 12th house is, I need to follow my intuition. I need to pay attention to my spirit guides. I need to set aside time for rest and recovery. I have to focus on my needs, my internal needs that nobody sees. Now, having a nodal opposition in your 6th house, the 6th house for you is your mental, physical, spiritual, and psychological health and well-being. If you're not cautious and take time out to meet those needs with your daily habits, then your body is going to let you know. Nodes in your 6th house of an opposition is something from the past could come back up. And it's like an illness or a health related. The sixth house is also the house where we find mentors, guides, and counselors. And so if you've gotten out of the habit of exercising or vitamins or taking care of your body, this will be a wake up call for the next 18 months of saying, I have to do this. I have to stay on the right path. Or if you saw a chiropractor or a doctor or a counselor, this will be an opportunity to reconnect, to make sure that you're on the right path. All right, now let's talk about the new moon. I know that I read your question, and I would like you to focus on a new moon. Okay, a new moon in your seventh house. It's your house of partnerships. This is you initiating something new. I would encourage you to weigh the odds of what that is and the reason why things were left the way that they left. Because a new moon in the seventh house brings the opportunity of setting intentions or planting the seeds for the future of, I am ready for a partner. Your sun rules your fourth house of home, family, roots, foundation. The moon rules over your third house of communication and short distance travel, and it's literally in a trine with your moon. It is saying that I need somebody who's going to be in my life, and I think I would plant the seeds for, I want someone who's going to be that will support me with my home, that's good with communication, that I would create a criteria, like a checklist, and I would plant the seeds, because a new moon in your seventh house brings new people to you. It's not a retrograde where you are going to be going back. It is a moving forward. And this is going to be an opportunity for you to move forward with those new moon intentions of significant others, business partners, clients, one-on-one relationships. Yeah. So I'm hoping that all makes sense to you. I'm really hoping that, I'm going to look in the chat just to make sure, that you're understanding everything that I'm saying. All right. So, look, I'm also, okay, and one more thing, because going through everything that you've gone through, and look, the eclipses were really hard. The next 18 months of your life is going to be you setting aside time for rest and recovery. It's going to be making sure that you put your needs first, above and beyond anybody else. If somebody says that it's selfish, I want you to think self first for self-preservation. This is going to be an opportunity for you to say, I can negotiate, but I cannot negotiate my energy away. Where have people taken your energy, taken your time? When with the energy of the nodes, I remind people that you can't pour from an empty cup, and you have gone through a really difficult year and a half. Now, there have been positive. You're going to look back on it and say, these people have been removed for a reason. And the positive is, now I'm safe, secure, content. It's not just about home. It's going to be about your intuition and being safe and secure on the inside. Scorpio in the seventh house wants security with a partner. They want complete intimacy with a partner. And I encourage you to set those intentions and put those out there. All right. So, Nicole, I am sending you a big fat hug. Please make sure that, you're focusing moving forward. And anytime anything from your past does come up, I want you to think about you and I in the car. And you have the big windshield in front of you that you can see everything. And then you've got this rear view mirror that you're going to be looking back at past people, places, and things that you are going to be looking back on and focusing more on your future. All right. Wendy, let's talk. Wendy, I am just so happy that you are here every single time. Like, just be still, my heart, sending you a big fat hug. Let's talk about this. All right. Let me move this over. All right. Wendy, I am so glad that you are here and hoping everything is going well with you and giving everybody out there on YouTube a big fat hug and thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Sorry. There we go. There we go. All right, Wendy. Let's make sure I have everything right. All right. All right, let's talk about this, Wendy. Do a little bi-wheel so we can see them both. All right, Wendy. Oh, let's talk for a hot second here before I talk about the new moon. Okay. Oh, his love is coming. Oh, okay. All right, Wendy. Let's take a look. All right, Mercury. Mercury has just gone into Jupiter. All right, I wish I could move this forward. Currently, you're going to have a new moon. Hold on. I'm going to look ahead. Hold on. All right, to answer your question, I want to talk about things moving forward. When we have a new moon in the 7th house is about partnerships and relationships. Currently, you have Mercury there. Mercury is in the sign of Sagittarius. For the 7th house is relationships, partners, significant others, and Mercury is wanting to start chatting with people. It is connecting with people far and wide. Sagittarius is where it's foreign people, places, things, it's travel, it's connecting up with people to discuss religion and philosophy, it's discussing your beliefs with other people. So right now, this is going to be an opportunity for you to start sharing your thoughts and ideas and networking as the month goes on, because right now you're going to have a new moon in your 6th house. So this month, the new moon intentions are all focused on your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, and what you need in order to feel good about yourself with your daily activities, your service to others where we volunteer, balancing your home, your work. I would take this time to say, okay, my Mercury is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is also like email, phone, text. It's technology oriented. And so with this new moon in the 6th house, you could use your balance between your work and your home and like through your coworkers. And I would also be searching out avenues of where can I travel, where can I network, where can I meet people, other people that are not local here. When Mars is going to be the next planet to move into Sagittarius, and then the Sun is going to move into Sag. Now, this is going to all happen in December. So and then I want to talk about Mercury. So remember, you may have missed the beginning. So Mercury is going to go retrograde. I just put out the video for it. Mercury in Sagittarius is, I have these bigger thoughts and I want to connect and I want to do these things. And then on the 27th, we're going to be in the shadow. So Mercury is going to then get ready to station retrograde. Mercury is going to go retrograde on, okay, Mercury is going to move into, hold on. I'm sorry, I want to make sure that I have all of this right for you. Mercury is going to go retrograde. It's going to go back over. It's going to go all the way through Capricorn. So you're going to be talking to some people, and then it's going to go all the way into Capricorn on December 1st. And then Mars and the Sun and the Moon are all going to be in your 7th house. And then there's going to be this opportunity to meet and greet. This could be a new client, a new partner, a best friend, a significant other. And then Mercury is going to station retrograde. Mercury will be retrograde from December. Oh Lord, I don't have like my notes with me. I think it's December 13th. It will be retrograde from December 13th until I believe January 3rd. So it's going to, your thoughts are going to be, I want to connect up with this person. I want to explore these avenues. Mercury's then going to go into your 8th house. Your 8th house is shared resources, intimacy. It is, it's other people's values and thoughts and opinions. It's also where we tackle taboo topics. So now you're going to connect up with somebody, or it could be a business partner, could be a significant other, could be a friend. And then Mercury's going to station retrograde. It's going to have you going back over, do I really feel connected to this person? Do I really want to go down this route? Do I really want to sign these documents and merge? Like, let's say it was for a business. Then Mercury is going to go back into your 7th house. When Mercury goes back into Sagittarius, it brings back people into your life. So this could be somebody that you met early on, now that Mercury is in Sag, and then you thought they were an acquaintance, you were connected to them, and then when Mercury goes back into Sag, it will be a reconnection of sorts. And then you're going to have this new moon in the month of December. And so that's when more of the connections can be made as we move forward. I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you. Like looking forward, like every time Mercury, you're ruled by Mercury. So every time Mercury stations retrograde, you feel it in your 1st house of self, and you feel it in your house of home. And having this new moon in your 7th house, it's going to really light up your whole chart. It's going to light up. Cancer is ruled by your 2nd house of self-worth. And the Sun is going to rule over your 3rd house of communication. So know that the intentions that you're putting out there now are setting you up for connections for later on in the month. Pay attention to who you're talking to, either through the internet or meeting through travel, because Sagittarius is foreign people, places, and things. It's this could be like a study group or a class or a workshop. And when Mercury stations retrograde, it will be like a reconnection of sorts. So I'm hoping that this all makes sense. All right, so I see the heart, so I'm hoping that yeah. Oh, I know, you don't need love. You want love. And this is going to be a really good time for it. I totally, I hear it, I respect it, and I understand that. But when you have a new moon in your 7th house, it's kind of like the universe conspires to bring these things to you. Yeah, I'm really hoping. I do want to talk for just a hot second about the nodes being in your 11th house. Remember that this is you setting up your new goals for your future for the next year and a half of your life. Oh, I really appreciate those hearts. Thank you, Wendy. So I know that you hear me and that this makes sense to you. And I appreciate you showing up for me. You know what? You're just a big supporter, and I'm giving you an air hug. Yeah, because good things are coming. With this new moon in the sixth house, I do want to reiterate, I want you to pay attention to starting like something that has to do with your health and your wellness and daily habits of, you know what? I think I'm going to start going for a walk every day or a walk at lunch and meeting up with these people and meeting your needs of, it could be, I want to speak to a counselor. I want to speak to a mentor. I want to join this group. Wherever we have Scorpio, it's about a deep intimacy, and it's where you need to feel like so the sixth house is also volunteering, and so you could meet have a connection through those volunteer service acts. And so I just know that whatever you're planting the seeds for now is going to be manifesting as the new moon occurs in your seventh house. All right, Wendy, sending a big fat hug to you. All right. Hello, Lady Ann from San Francisco. Currently, I'm in Ohio and starting to make that 2-day trek. We are driving. We are driving because we're taking the puggle. Can't leave home without the little guy. All right. So let me see who is in the queue as we move forward. And San Francisco, absolutely love it. I am generally very excited. Hello, Thunder Spooks. Wendy Knight, perfect. I am so glad that this is perfect for you. All right. Thunder Spooks. Well, thank you. Awesome reading, Wendy. It absolutely is. Just having a really good evening tonight with everybody. I do want to remind everybody that pay attention to Mercury, going to be stationing retrograde. So you're going to be starting something this month, and then Mercury is going to be retrograding for the month of 2020, or for the year of 2024. I'm going to be putting out like a quick little snapshot of my 2024 year ahead, I think in the next like week or so. It's letting you know about the major transitions that are going to be happening. And with Mercury, it is about starting off in a earth sign, but then going back into fire and ending in fire for all of 2024. So think of it as initiatory and fiery and passionate and getting things done now. And so we're going to be ending the year with one, and then that will continue the theme throughout 2024. All right, so let's see who I have in the queue. All right, so Brandon, I hope that you are still here. Let's see. All righty. So thank you very much, Brandon, for waiting, and sending a big fat hug out to you. Brandon, this is going to be really good for you. All right. Brandon, you are going to be having a new moon at the top of your chart. This is absolutely an amazing time for career, job, your life path, your public life. It's achievement. It's your professional status. All right. So the sun rules over you and partnership. This could be business partnership, significant other, clients, one-on-one. And the moon rules over how do you balance your home and your work. Now, Mars is making you extremely impulsive, extremely, look, whenever Mars is in Scorpio, think of it as like a snake. It strikes first, hard, fast, and then retreats in order to get the answers that it wants, or the answer to the questions that sometimes people are evading. So know that you are starting this new moon intention, and that there are some opportunities for you to plant the seed for something that will benefit not just you and a partner. This could be you um, the seventh house is about negotiation and cooperation. It's contracts and it's promises. And so this could be you partnering up with somebody, or this could be you working with a partner, and or clients. And then how do you balance this? And um, I'm saying that you should definitely plant the seeds. Plant the seeds and put them out there for things that you want to create of where do I see myself in this job, in this career? What legacy do I want to leave behind? The 10th house is about your public reputation. It's also about honor and awards, and it's doing things that are that people of authority will see you for. And in Scorpio, it's pouring your heart and soul into it. Scorpio is using your intuition in order to understand. It's using your intuition and saying, I need to be here. I need to finish this. My gut says I should do this. I should. The Scorpio is highly psychic, and this will be a time, because this is a sextile to what is going on in your eighth house of shared resources anyway. And so this is going to support you with being very intuitive, also with anybody that you have combined income with. Eighth house is alimony, child support, debt, inheritances, wills. It's also insurance, and it's the house of deep bonding, and it's where we discuss taboo topics. And so there's this sextile offering you support of using partnership in order to move forward with what you want to do with your career, how long you want to be there, or things that you want to answers to questions that you need in order for you to have success with your job, with where you're at. I'm hoping that this makes sense. Oh, great, Brandon. I'm so glad that you're here. And hello, Hannah. You are next in the queue. Oh, I'm sorry, Jenna Lee and then Hannah. All right. So, Brandon, I am hoping that this all makes sense, because this is definitely going to be an opportunity of, how do I balance my home and my work? I need to take care of my health. Remember that the sixth house is mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, and I need to take care of that. And so make sure that all those things are going to be aligned or put into the queue of, I have to get these things done. I'm encouraging everybody to get all their ducks in a row before the 26th, because that's when we're going to be in the shadow of Mercury retrograde, and it will be just slowing everybody and everything down. So whatever you're putting out there now for your career, this is going to be an amazing time to set those intentions of really, where do you want to be and what do you want to do? How high do you want to climb, or what do you want to do after? This is like a stepping stone opportunity. All right, Brandon, thank you for showing up tonight, and I really appreciate you trusting me. All right, Jenna Lee, you are in the queue, and I just need a hot second to transfer this over. All right. Oops, sorry. All right, Jenna Lee, I really appreciate you being here tonight and patiently waiting. Oh, you're an October baby. I love it. So you just had a birthday. I absolutely love that. Happy belated birthday. Right. Let me see if it'll take it. Hold on. I think I did it wrong. There we go. There we go. Oh, sorry. One wrong thing spelled wrong, and I can really screw it all up. All right. So you said, okay, Kenora. Let's do it again. There we go. All right. Oh, Jenna Lee. What? Okay. First, I just want to. I'm going to show your chart just for a hot second, and I want to. I don't know how much you know about astrology, but what a beautiful air trine you have. So air. Okay, you're ruled by Mercury. And so you have your Mars in Gemini. This is what the trine is. It's this beautiful triangle here. It means all of these planets they're all working together of who am I, your first house, the fifth house of what do I enjoy, art, music, creativity, children, pleasure, how do I express myself, all of these absolute things. And then it has to do with your ninth house of travel and foreign people, places, and things. And it's all thoughts and ideas. You have a lot of air. And this is, and very little. Do you have any water? Yeah, you have a little bit of water. So I'm sure that your mind is always spinning thoughts, ideas, the way that you communicate, flitting from one topic to another. All right, I want to make sure. So, generally, you are like it's Thunder Spooks. I want to make sure that I have the correct person here, right? Or if you know, if it's generally, then I just want to make sure. All right. So now let's talk about you right now and what is going on. Let's see here. Let me get rid of this for a hot second and. I cannot imagine that much air. Like your mind has to be spinning all the time. Thoughts, ideas. All right, so let's talk. All right, gently. Before I talk about what is going on here in your sixth house with the new moon, generally, like it does bring on anxiety. Having a trine. Okay, so first off, you're ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules your house of home and yourself. And so whenever Mercury stations retrograde, it really throws you for a loop. It will pause, it will force you to stop, slow down. It will be like erratic thoughts, ideas. It is all consuming. And you could literally talk with anybody, anytime, anywhere, with that much air. It is. Let's just talk about for a hot second your fifth house. With your fifth house, you were born when the sun was. When the moon was almost a new moon. It was in the darkest phase of. So in this lifetime, you are learning, you are like a newbie at a lot of things. And in the sign of Libra, it's, look, anybody with, it's a stellium. Like you have this beautiful stellium of this concentration of sun, who you are, naturally beautiful. Sun or rising with Libra is naturally beautiful children and naturally beautiful adults who generally they don't have to wear makeup. They just are pleasing to the eye. Moon, where you need balance. You need structure, you need balance. Venus is the goddess of love and art and music and creativity. And in the sign of Libra, in your fifth house with Mercury, this is writing poetry. This is writing music. This is being very, very creative. I love this for you. And you are going to, I'm going to show you this. The nodes have just shifted into your fifth house of creativity and your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, and moving forward with new ones, planting the seeds. You are coming out of a year and a half of probably things that had to do with your health and self-isolation or isolation due to other causes of it could be retreats or things like that, but you're coming out of a year and a half of where you have been withdrawn from the world or society. And so now you are going to be coming out. This last October, it was an opportunity that you've done the work. Anything when the nodes are in your 12th and 6th house, it's like having to do the shadow work, having to do the karmic work of, I want to get rid of repeated patterns in my family's lives, or things that have been passed down from one generation to another, or karma that you've brought in. And so this has been an opportunity for you to do a lot of that hard work. And so now I love this, because now the nodes are going into your 11th house of, I need to focus on my hopes, my wishes, my dreams, my aspirations, my shared connections to peers and kindred spirits. I'm ready to go out and do this. All right, I want to make sure that this makes sense. Okay, so you really do love to talk. You have many interests. Oh yeah, I bet you do. You're focused on your health right now, physical and mental. Look, I see it. I see it. And I really want you to take some time and say, I am going to take time to figure out what really brings me joy. And you have a lot in your 5th house of creativity. The nodes are going to go across your sun. As a matter of fact, it's like already hitting it, saying, I want you to focus on joy. I want you to focus on pleasure. I want you to quit focusing on things that you have no control over. And then the node is going to go across your Mercury. How do you voice your opinion? How do you leave some things in the past? And then it's when it goes across your Venus. The Venus is creativity and money and art and music and material things that that are high quality, that feel really good. And then it's going to go across your Moon. Now, my last year and a half was nothing like what you're going to be going through, but I did have the node going across my Moon, and I can tell you that it was an extremely emotional time for me. In an air sign, the South Node is going to be activating your thoughts, your feelings, your intuition, and your connection to the spiritual realm. And it could mean I am ready to, how do I manage the racing thoughts, the ideas, the voices that are in my head? And are they mine? Are they spirit guides? Like what is going on? Wherever we have Libra is having to find a balance. And where have you tried to balance out everybody else and given of yourself? Think of yourself as holding the scales. Usually where we have Libra, like you are a master negotiator. But sometimes Libra has a hard time with the word no. They don't realize that no is a complete sentence. And what they want to do is they say, oh, here are the scales. I'm going to balance it out because you didn't bring enough to it. Or I'm going to take away from some of mine because you brought so much to it to balance it out. And so know that these are some of the themes that you're going to be focusing on for the next eclipse cycle, and that it was already started 6 months ago. Something else happened in October, and then more will be going on for the April 8th. All right, so now let's talk about this new moon. New moon in your 6th house of your health, your well-being, your daily habits. A new moon there is seeking out a counselor, a guide, a mentor, somebody that you can share information with. In the sign of Scorpio means I need to share it with somebody who I explicitly trust with my thoughts, my feelings, that I would not share openly with everybody else. It's a deep sign, and it's watery and it's intense. Now, it's also finding a balance between home and work. It's saying, I need to take some time out for me. The 6th house is where we find this balance between my nutrition, diet, illness. If I don't take care of myself, then my body will let me know. And so for the last year and a half, your mind and your body have let you know a lot of things, and you are ready to set new intentions, to have these new habits to move forward with, exploring these options. All right, so you've been thinking about going back to my therapist again. Look, I totally get it, and I believe it. And with Mars there, cut out a lot of bad foods, right? Not only bad foods, it can cut out bad habits of, I'm ready to clean out my closet. I'm ready to move on past this. Or I no longer feel a need to volunteer for this. I'm a Virgo rising, so giving, and donating of time and things like that. And when I had something similar going through my sixth house, I had to pull back and say, I volunteer here, and here. And I cannot, because then there's not enough time for me. I am going to pull back a little bit, and I'm going to focus on my needs first. I need to focus on my mental health, my spiritual health, my psychological health. I need to get myself in gear, in focus to move forward with for the better. And so you're coming off of a year and a half of retreat, and that you are going to be back out into the world again, and you need to have a firm, solid structure beneath you in order to have success as you do that. All right, so I'm really hoping that all of this makes sense for you, Jenny. I greatly appreciate it, and look forward to staying in touch with you. Definitely check out the videos. Always listen for your rising sign. All right. So thank you. All right. So next in the queue, oh my God, you're both in here. Shalane Reed. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, girlfriend, I keep your email up, the one that you emailed me with your notes, just so I can look back on. Okay, I know, too much information right now. So, okay, I'm going to pull up your chart. Let me get on out of here. I know. You're laughing at me. Okay, I have to stop, because now I have to focus on astrology, or else I won't be focused on what I'm doing. All right, let me transition and get there we go. I'm so excited that you're here with me tonight. And, okay. Chart. Open. Nope. All right. All righty. Let's do it. Look, you've just made me very excited that you're here with me, and all right, let's talk about you. All right, so Libra rising. Where do I even begin? I'm just gonna go straight for the new moon. All right, so you're gonna have this new moon. I'm glad that you're free for once too. All right. So you're going to have this new moon in your second house. The second house is, it's going to be activating your Pluto and your south node of what am I releasing? Pluto, how do I transform my self-worth, my cash, my property? And Saturn is, I need to have some kind of a structure. A new moon here is this opportunity for new beginnings. The sun rules over your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, and what you want, the seeds in which you want to plant for your personal future. The moon rules over your career, your public life, what you really want to achieve in the public life. Now, Mars here is, look, you want to ask a question and get an honest answer. It is ask first, and ask one that catches somebody off guard, and you will get the answers that you want. In your second house, the focus is going to be on your personal movable property, your values, your salary, your skills, your income, your financial condition. The second house is also a lot of people will think of it as just like things that I can touch that are of value. I also consider this is the people that are closest to me that I value. In the sign of Scorpio is I value intimate, sincere connections with other people that I can completely trust. The sign of Scorpio is intuitive in this way. And Pluto, well, you know, Pluto in your second house means I've had it, I've lost it, I can do it again. And I can do it by myself. Saturn is I'm going to build something that lasts because I have learned from my past on what I need to do for the future. All right, I'm going to look through this. Yes, absolutely. All right. All right. Are you, how does romance look? I am super excited for you to see your girlfriend. Like, this is just going to be an opportunity that you're going to have these very deep, intimate conversations to talk about topics that might be off task or off topic or taboo, and an opportunity to say, these are my hopes, these are my wishes, these are my dreams, and I want to be vulnerable and share this experience with you. I want to reveal some things about myself with you. And so I'm excited for this for you. I'm really, really excited. All right. Love to actually get to keep something. You are, you know what? You are like, this is going to be, this is an amazing opportunity. In order for you to get your needs met that are inside that nobody sees, because it's not about the money. It's never been about the money. It's about the inside, and you know that. All right, so I'm sending out a big fat hug, and I'm just super excited that you're on here. All right. Yes, looking forward to our next conversation. All right, so I can't even get past that. All right, so I'm moving on to Selena. Selena, let's talk. Let me transition over here and pull up your chart. I appreciate everybody being on here tonight and joining me as we talk about astrology. All right. Make sure I have that right. All right. So Selena, August 29th. All righty. Yeah, because I don't want to make a mistake with that. Oh, let's talk. Okay. First off, I want to say thank you. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right. Selena. If I am not, I am like begging forgiveness because nobody likes to have their name slaughtered. All right. So let's talk. You are a Virgo rising. You are a Libra rising. I want to start here before I talk about the new moon. I should read your question. Oh yeah. Let's talk about that. Okay. So as a Libra rising, Libra, these eclipses, this little horseshoe here and this little horseshoe here, it is now going to be activating your first house of self. Who am I and how do I find a balance? And the seventh house of partnerships, relationships, significant others, not just business, but best friends. Now, I want you to think back 6 months ago. There was something that was activated with your seventh house of partnership and something that had to do with you. And then in October, there was another something that related to needing of healthy boundaries and something that had to do with your personal resources and your shared resources with other people, and to focus on what do you need to do for yourself. Now, the goal for the next 18 months is going to be a major shift into identity of who are you, where you are going to be identifying where do you give too much of yourself, where do you focus too much on a partner, where and this could be a business partner, a significant other, or a friendship. Is it reciprocated? Because the North Node in your 7th house of Aries is, I need to initiate healthy relationships in my life. Let's see. Look, you have Chiron in your 7th house right now. And so this is like feeling wounded with something that has to do with relationships. And Venus in your 1st house of self has you like shifting over your looks, the clothing. It has you changing up and relieving, putting into the past something that has to do with an old you. As the nodes go through your 1st and 7th house, it will literally be a transformation of a relaunch of who you were in the past and who you're going to be in the future. It will be you finding out who you or significant others or like best friend, you identifying what are your wants, your needs, your desires before reaching out through others. All right, and let's talk about your new moon. So this new moon is going to be happening. Oh, you're having a lunar return also. All right, so this new moon is going to be happening in your 2nd house of your self-worth, your cash, your property, and your personal resources. A new moon in your 2nd house has to do with everything that is about your self-esteem, your work ethic. The sun rolls over, these are my hopes, my wishes, my dreams, my desires, the things that I want to do. And the moon rolls over your career. And it's not only like my work career, but it's like, this is really what I want to do. This is, your career is ruled by needing to feel secure, it needing to feel home-like or working from home, needing to have some kind of traditions or some kind of connection to this. And a new moon in the sign of Scorpio offers you this opportunity to say, I'm intuitive about this. I feel that this is where I should go. I know that I should be connected to these people, these places, these things for my personal, not just resources. Remember that the 2nd house is not only about money. It is about what do you value. And so it can be a thing. I value like pens or crystals or something, or a home, or I value my career. I value a person. It's who do you want to keep closest to you, and who are you willing to share those most intimate things with. When you set this new moon intention, know that like if we could predict and move forward with some things, you're going to set this new moon intention this month with your personal resources and your personal assets. And then it's in your 1st and 7th house. It just means big. All right, hold on. Let me pull up Paula while we wait for the I don't know what's going on with the YouTube. All right, let me pull up Paula. I appreciate everybody holding off while we work through whatever is going on with YouTube. All right. All right. All right. Is it done spinning? There we go. Yeah. All right. Let's look here. All right. Paula, thank you for waiting, and thank you for allowing me to read your chart. Oh, let's talk about this. All right. Paula, you are a Sag rising. I love that about you. I absolutely love that about you. All right. Let's talk about where you've been for the last year and a half first before I move on. Um, let's talk. All right. And thank you, Shiny Gems. I'm glad it's working now. All right. I never know. All right. So, Paula, I want to talk about where you've been because the nodes, this little guy here and this little guy here, they've just spent a year and a half in your health sector, your self isolation, and your mental, physical, spiritual, psychological health and well being for the last year and a half. It has been a major focus of a shifting into maybe finding holistic healing opportunities, finding a mentor, finding a guide, finding a balance between your work and your home. The sixth house is all about your relationship with your coworkers. It's about sickness and pets and nutrition. And so all of those topics had you pulling back and having to focus on yourself. And now you are going to be shifting out of it, and it will be a breath of fresh air. So I want you to think back 6 months ago when the first eclipse happened in the sign of Aries. Aries is your fifth house of personal joy and art and creativity and music and romance, and where we experience where we look for hobbies and children. And so there was something that started in that house 6 months ago, and then in October there was a new shift. Something else was activated, and it's leaving a part of your self-isolation behind, something that had to do with your health, maybe the health crisis or the health, your habits of like, okay, I'm now moving in the right direction. I have a guide, I have a mentor. I am taking time to exercise. I'm eating healthy. And the October was meant to end a chapter and to now push you into a new chapter or a new focus for what do you want. Aries is where you're going to be focusing, where you want to direct your energy. You have spent this last year and a half in isolation or in time away, and that now you need to focus on what brings you joy, what brings you pleasure. Is it children? Is it childlike activities? Is it creativity? This is going to be a time for you to say, I am so glad that is over with, and now I want to focus on moving forward. Now, the South Node is in the house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your networks of where do I want to go? What do I want to do? And how can I take what I'm doing and connect with others? So maybe you want to take up poetry or art or drawing, and what groups do you want to join? And this is new networks. The sign of Libra is you're going to be releasing old networks that you have of, they could be Facebook groups, YouTube groups, maybe groups that you got together with on a weekly or a monthly basis. It's literally going through all of where you spent your time and saying, I no longer resonate with that. I no longer am connected to that. I don't feel that anymore. And now I want to move on because I have new goals. I am now focused on things that bring me pleasure. Maybe you were focused with somebody else's dreams, and you were trying to help them or assist them, or maybe you have met your goals and now it's time to set some new ones, but the focus is going to be solely on you. It's going to go across your Saturn, and you're having a nodal return. Let's talk about that and add that in here. Okay, a nodal return, that's this upside down horseshoe and this one. This is going to be a pivotal time in your life where it's a huge realignment of you were off track, and now it's saying you need to do this. You have to be focused moving forward with children, adult playmates, creativity, anything that involves excitement or recreation or pleasure. It is finding pleasure in your life and making pleasure part of your daily life as you move forward. A nodal return, I just had my nodal return. I'm just like finally out of it after the last eclipse and just ended. And so it was huge realignments, huge shifts of aligning where you were off track. Now, this is conjunct Saturn. Saturn is rules, responsibilities, building something so it lasts. Don't just do it because. And it also opposes your moon, your intuition, your feelings. Look, the node crossing your moon, the node was going across my moon when I was having my nodal return, and it was highly emotional, highly sensitive, feelings, intuition. Yours is in the sign of Libra, so I want you to be thinking about thoughts and ideas and everything going through your head and role playing. What if I do this, and what if I do this? And it's thinking about all the what ifs before planning or moving forward with things. And in the sign of Libra, it's wanting to have structure and have some balance and bringing people together. The people together are not always love relationships. Sometimes they're contractual or they're business relationships. And so you are definitely going to be leaving behind some groups, and it's like a total realignment of, yes, this is what I need to move forward with. This is what, and I can do this. And it's going to be healing some of your wounds. You're having a Chiron return. Let's talk about that. Okay, so Chiron return. Let me notice what else is in here. Okay, and I have to move on to your new moon. Okay, so this new moon, sorry, like I could literally talk for hours about each person. All right, so this new moon in your 12th house is you setting a new moon intention that as you move forward, that you are definitely going to be setting parameters and limits around your time alone, your subconscious mind, time out for rest, time out for retreat. You are going to set your new moon intention to say, I have to value me, and I cannot be everything to everybody all the time. I'm going to set aside time for pleasure, joy, rest, and recovery as we move on. All right. So thank you, Paula. I greatly appreciate you allowing me to read for you and trusting me. All right. So let's see here. Okay, definitely creativity. I'm telling you, I love this for you. Oh, good. You have a health mentor and a financial mentor. Good for you. This is like you're right on track. And travel is definitely going to be it for you. Yes. You did send a question in. About Paula, let me go back to let me go back to that as your new rental. Look, the focus is not going to be on the new rental. The focus isn't going to be on the new rental until 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a hot minute before you do that, because the focus right now is not on anything that's shared resources with other people. No, your focus right now is now. Okay, so any advice? Okay, advice that I would give you. You have a mentor. Okay. Uranus is going to be okay. Jupiter is going to be stationing direct here real soon, and when Jupiter stations direct in your 6th house, this is going to help you balance your work and your home and your finances and your resources. And this will be setting up for what do they call it, about like a passive income. And Uranus conjunct with Jupiter here is going to give you that opportunity to set this up for this. And I definitely encourage it. All right. I'm hoping that all makes sense. All right. Sun Owl, let's talk about you. All right. So thank you for waiting patiently. And let me pull up your chart, Sun Owl. I greatly appreciate everybody waiting patiently. And let's see. Oh my goodness. You just had a birthday. Oh my gosh. The veil was thin. How did that go? And on the eclipse, oh my goodness. Like this was like a magical birthday. Hold on. Okay, I can't talk and then do my numbers at the same time. I'll make a mistake. Wow. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to bring up your chart just for a hot second alone, just to talk about that for just a second. And okay, hold on. Sun Owl. Let me see. Okay, Paula, definitely creativity. Good. Susan, hello. JK, how are you? Plant Om. Oh my God, I must be a Saggy as it's completely resonates. I'm so glad. I'm building. Oh, I get it. Building a real estate investor. Look, right now is long. Okay, Paula, just a hot second. You're building for the real estate investor. As long as this brings you joy and pleasure, that's where you're going to be setting your new goals, your new intentions as you move on with these new eclipses over the next 18 months. So I'm hoping that all makes sense. All right. You are very welcome. And all right, so let's talk about Sun Owl here for a second. All right, Sun Owl. I am like speechless when I read your chart. It's this for you. Your last year and a half has probably been a whirlwind of with your sun, your Mars, your Pluto, your Mercury, all in the intuitive sign of Scorpio. You not only feel your feels, you feel everybody else's feels. You are so spot on and intuitive. People are either drawn completely to you or repelled because they just cannot handle the magnetism of the energy that you possess. And so I absolutely, I love this and appreciate this with you. And this is in a beautiful alignment with your seventh house of Cancer, and the moon is there in relationships. And I love this because it's about who can you trust and how do you trust. All right, so let's talk about, let's talk about where you are with this new moon. All right, let me transition just for a hot second out and then pull back in with a bi-wheel. All right. All right, Sun Owl. Let's all right. So now that I spoke briefly about your energy that you possess, now I want to show you. I want to draw your attention to this again, because this is a new moon, a fresh start, a clean slate, a new beginning. The sun rules your 8th house, and the moon rules your 7th house. So let's start off with your 7th house. The moon rules your partnership sector, your significant others. It's what you search for in a love relationship or a contractual relationship, a marriage partner, a business partner, or friends. And you are very intuitive about it. It's about feeling your feels and wanting, and it's about your emotions, your intuition, and being psychic about it. Now, the sun rules over your 8th house of shared resources. The 8th house is the natural ruler of Scorpio. And so this is an opportunity for the 8th house. The 8th house is shared resources, alimony, debt, taxes. It's taboo topics. It's the house of sex, and where we have these deep desires. And so with Leo here, Leo craves this deep connection with somebody, but wanting it to be loyal and passionate and kind of showy. And it's you might want to show off or want to be shown off. Not 100% sure where that goes, because as a Scorpio sun, Scorpio suns, look, when I think about a party and I think about a Scorpio sun, they sit on the outside looking in, and they analyze and they truly feel the energy of the room before they even enter in. They measure the vibes of the people. And that's what you do. You pick up on everybody's energy and vibrations and say, I feel this about this person. Okay, you're not saying that to anybody, but you're feeling it with everybody. And then you come out with one question. You're the one at the party who says, so what do you think about this issue on the ballot? Or what do you think about this sex? Or what do you think? Like, you literally ask the zinger question that catches everybody off guard, and they're either all in and they answer, or they are standoffish, and you know exactly where you stand with them. And that is your gift. That is your talent. Your talent is about being able to draw in and think of yourself as a magnet. And you're deep and you're watery and you're intuitive. All right, so you're having a Mars return. Not only are you having a solar return, but you're having a Mars return at this time. That means that there's something that you're starting. So the sun, okay, let me back it up. The sun, a solar return with the sun is, I'm starting something for the next year of my life that has to do with the house that it's in. And it's in your 11th house of my hopes, my wishes, my dreams, my goals, my connections of things that I want to do and who I'm going to connect up with. The 11th house is my connection with peers or kindred spirits or networks. And so you are literally setting these intentions of, this is what I want for my future. Now, a new moon where we plant seeds, and the moon revolves around your 7th house of partnerships. If this can be business or clients or one-on-one with relationships with friends. Now, a Mars return, that's this little guy here. A Mars return is where you are starting something and it will go on for a 2-year cycle. I love a Mars return because it means whatever you are initiating has this energy of, well, it's going to be Scorpio, so it's going to be deep and intense, and I'm all in, and I need this in order to feel secure, I need this in order to feel safe, and I need transparency, and I can't give to you until I feel secure, and I want to do this, and how do I do this? These are all the things that you're going through. They're all of the voices that are in your head, and it's needing the security in order to start something new. Now, know that with a Mars return, it means that you're going to be initiating or starting something with that. Now, with all the planets, there come squares and oppositions. And also trines. Okay, so as this guy goes through the chart, there will be these times of ease and grace where everything is going to be magical and beautiful. And then there'll be squares. There'll be a square when Mars goes into your 8th house of shared resources. How do we do this? What does this look like? How do we negotiate? How do we have these how do we talk about what we desire deep, and how do we have these joint ventures together? And then things are going to get easy again when it goes through your 7th house. There'll be like something that magically happens. It'll be like a trine of, oh, I feel so connected because we went through these problems and we discussed them. And then it'll hit another. Remember, it's a 2-year cycle. So know that as it goes through the zodiac, there will be these times of wanting to push away, but needing to dive in deep in order to reveal the magic that comes from the connection that you can share. And then you will get the trine, the gift that comes from it. And so it's kind of like the fight and then the make-up sex that comes after it. All right, I'm hoping that this makes sense. I'm like, let me look on here. Sun Owl, where are you on here? All right. Oh, I just wrote on the screen. So sorry about that. I'm hoping that all of this is making sense to you. Um, and I want to add one more thing on this. Venus is at the top of your chart. Like you're going to be on your game. You've got the nodes shifting into something that has to do with a new home, new career, or a shift that will be. Oh my God, you can't even see the chart. Hold on, let me move the chart on over. I don't even know why. Let me back it on up and talk about that. I'm just so sorry. Like nobody said anything. Oh yeah, my chat is not working. Okay. Sorry about that. Shiny gems, the chat isn't working. All right. So I'm going to talk just for a hot second about this because it didn't transition over. I want to share a smidgen more about the nodes because this new moon intention that you're setting for moving forward is going to affect career and home. It's going to focus on, oh yeah, I did get that with her chat isn't working. Yeah, I did get that. The new moon that the intention that you're setting out will have something that will affect you with your career and you with what does your home look like. I want you to think back 6 months ago and there was something that was initiated, something that was started that had to do with your home, your family, your roots, your foundation, or something that had to do with traditions, something family oriented. And then there was an ending of sorts in October, an ending and a moving forward with these new beginnings. Now, as the eclipses occur, there was another something that happened with your career in October. Now, that shift is going to continue to push you forward until the April 8th eclipse and the March like 25th or something. It's 2 weeks before the April 8th. So the eclipses are solely going to be focused on your career, your public life, how people see you in the outside world, and your home, and what does that look like. There literally could be a possible move, and there could be a shift that has something to do with your career. It could be a move up or it means that a person, place, or thing with your home and your career can be eclipsed in and out of. And so a shift in your career, a shift in your job or your public life or authority, and something that'll have to do with your home life, like a move of some sort. And we could literally talk about when that's going to be happening. All right, so I greatly appreciate you trusting me, Sun Owl, and I love that name, Sun Owl, on here. And I greatly appreciate everybody being on here tonight and trusting me with your astrology. As we go into this new moon, I encourage everybody, put your intentions out there. Also, I always end it for my best and highest good. Since we're out of eclipse season, it's a great time to charge your crystals, get everything out there. I am encouraging everybody to also, if you're going to be doing shopping for the holidays, like Mercury is going to be in the shadow of retrograde the day after Black Friday. And so my video for Mercury is already out there. It talks about how Mercury is going to go into the sign and then back out of, and that means like lost packages, travel problems. If you remember last year at Christmas, how there was that snafu at the holiday time of Christmas, well, that snafu is going to be happening around the Thanksgiving time. It's going to be happening that Black Friday on through the beginning part of December. So I encourage you to plan ahead as best as you can, taking your time to get to wherever you're going to be, and look for the opportunity of slowing down and enjoying the holidays. It'll be a rewind, review, revise in that area of your life. All right, so thank you everybody for being on here. Ambry, hi to everybody. Hi, Shiny Gems. Just giving out big fat heart and hugs to everybody. All right. So thank you. And I look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks, where I will be in the sunny state of Florida and not the cold state of Ohio. All right.